Hi, good day. Hope you guys are having a good day. Um, I was trying to meditate, and I don't know, for some reason, my dog, it's actually my son's dog, is so restless. And I thought, okay, so sort of this video came to my mind. And um, for a long period of time in my life, I went through a lot of tribulation, very difficult things, a lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, a lot of things that I lost and was taken from me, uh, and made it very difficult for me to be effective and just to have some kind of a life, if you can say that. And it's also because of decisions. It's also because of the path that I chose. I'm not blaming anybody or anything, because blame is never a good thing. So I'm just trying to. I just want to basically explain from my point of view, my experience, how I went through this difficult times where a lot of people are struggling, honestly, so on such a deep level, and they're struggling with to see that things are being destroyed and being taken down, and uh, people are losing things on a massive scale, and there's so many things playing in at the moment, and some people will know, some people might know that what we are going through now is a phase, it's a transitional period, and with transition, when you go when you go to another plane of existence, say if you wanna build a house on where there was other old houses and stuff. Now, before you can do that, you have to get rid of all that stuff and clean the area which you're gonna be building, and we are in that cleaning phase now, and it's never a very comfortable thing, because it's a lot of dust and a lot of chaos, a lot of it doesn't look neat and polished and whatever, if you can say that. um, so that is what we're going through at the moment, and Mother Earth, and also all of us on a level, um, and if you can look at it from that point of view, um, and not fight all of this, and fight because of what am I losing? Look, everything is going down. We are doomed. No, we're not doomed. We are not doomed. Condemnation and doom is only there if you decide that it's there. You understand what I'm saying? That is, if you go in agreement with it, we are now stuffed. You know, when I went through my most difficult times, if I had to have that mindset of I'm on my way out, especially the time when I was very ill. And I thought, and in my mind, I could see how somebody would say, okay, I've had enough of this stuff. I'm going to leave it. I'm done. I'm just going to leave this life. Basically, wanting to die. And I decided to live. And it's all a decision. It's all, you always have a choice. No matter how difficult or crazy things look like, you always have a choice. And you can choose uh, the path of complete destruction, or you can choose the path of building something new, which we are, which is happening. Now, you can fight this, or you can go with it. By fighting it, uh, you basically uh, choosing a path of not a new things coming and being bold, if you can say that. Uh, um, you can choose a path of I'm just going to look out for myself, or you can choose a path and say, let's stand together and let's fix this, because anything can be fixed. Nothing in this universe is written in stone. The only things that's the only thing that is of everlasting is love. Anything else um, comes and goes. So the best way to deal with this is to um, ask yourself first, what can I learn from this? Um, Not why is this happening to me? Why is South Africa being destroyed? Why this? Why that? You're never going to find a solution for that. You ask yourself what you can learn from this. What are we supposed to learn from this? Because then you open yourself for an answer. And if you open yourself for an answer, you'll get an answer. Because the universe, we only see and perceive. This is a scientific fact. Less than 1% of what is in existence with these two eyes. The rest is on a spiritual level. So if you want to keep on just perceiving things on a physical level, um, you're gonna be exposed to very little, and your understanding and consciousness may grow on a very little, because that's what you choose. It is your free choice. I'm not saying what you if you choose that you're bad or this or that. It's your path. Um, but I need to mention these things. And but if you choose to to grow, to expand, to see and perceive things on a higher level, on a spiritual way, um, getting rid of the things that you thought you may have been or is you are, and say, okay, I'm going to explore this road with an open mind, with vision, with a heart, with an open heart, because we're going from the third to the fifth dimension, fifth, fourth, fifth. The end goal is the fifth dimension. Now, Mother Earth is also moving towards that. Um, now, that is basically, I'm going to explain to you. This is the path of it, from a mind based to a heart based. That is your path from there to there, which means you're going to be pursuing. The heart is not what has been taught to us, that it's just a pumping machine that pumps blood and stuff. It's way more than that. It's got a consciousness, and you manifest far greater with your heart than you manifest with your mind. This has been tested. Um, you can do the research for yourself. I think it's the best way. If this doesn't make sense to you, go do research. Don't don't just shoot it down or whatever. Just look at it and perceive it, pursue it. See where you come, where do you come to, and you might be pleasantly surprised. What I found from my journey is that my journey from my mind to my heart was worth it all the way, despite everything that's happened. And trust me, there was a lot that happened. I felt like I'm living 50 people's lives in one life, and most of them are made terrible decisions. Honestly, yeah, and that's how you learn, because you came into this life with a choice of, this is my path and this is what I'm gonna do. It's not you're not a victim of circumstances. No, there's no coincidences. There is no coincidences. But if you choose to really fully, without wrestling this way, and pursue this way, this path, you might go through tough times, but at the end of the day, the the peace and calmness that you're gonna have is worth it. There's no words to describe it. And we all on this road. We all on this path. No one has made it. There's no one that's found everlasting bliss, whatever. It's a constant process. It never stops. And we are we are going through a massive transition on the planet. Here in South Africa, a lot of crazy stuff has happened. Crazy, crazy. I didn't think that people, without just with their hands, are capable of this kind of destruction. It's also it's a build-up of a lot of stuff over a more than 100 period of suppression and anger and all that stuff that's happened to people here. So you can point your finger and say this is just whatever, but by doing that, um, you're not gonna make any. You're not gonna help yourself or anybody else by pointing fingers and being a backseat driver and saying, "Yo, look at this." Yes, you can do it, but it's not gonna help you or the rest of the country or the world for that matter. Um, the way to deal with it is ask yourself, what can I do? How can I address this? How can I make this better? How can I improve this? It always starts with yourself. First of all, is to have the right mindset, to create peace and calmness within yourself, and focus on the ball. If you're in sports, you cannot win the game without the ball. So you have to focus on the ball. That's really it's imperative. And then you get the ball and and you do the right things. You understand what I'm saying? This life is not it is a game, although it sounds a bit crazy, but it is a game. Um, depends on your attitude, how you perceive it, pursue it, how you approach it. Um, and it's not the things that's happened to you. It's not what happens to you, but how you come back from it. That is what counts. That is what's the most important thing to remember is your attitude. Right? And that goes together with keeping your vibration high, meditating, praying, whatever works for you, you do that, and get yourself in a good frame of mind and heart. Let your heart, which is your emotional guidance, guide you, and let it connect with your heart, so that you won't be judging people, but instead um, get a mindset, a heart set of what can I do to make this better? What can I contribute towards this? How can I make it better? If you can approach it from that way, um, I think we will have good results. I've already seen amazing things in South Africa. People getting together. Um, if whoever that planned this stuff had the goal of destroying South Africa, I think they totally missing the point because they brought us together far more. And cheers to them. Thank you for that because we needed it. And may we never be the same again. May we never be the same again. I'm going to say it again. May we never be the same again. In a very good, pro survival, loving way. Thank you. Have a beautiful, awesome day.